Hey, good morning, everybody. Dr. Bruce Gilroy here with Health Source Chiropractic in Atascocita, Texas, coming to you on Thursday, September 9th, 2021, and sending you out our weekly wellness tip, weekly health tip, tips for optimizing your life bit by bit so that you can do the things you love to do more with more enjoyment in your life, right? So, one of my sayings is, and good Lord knows I've got tons of little sayings here about health. One of my sayings is, when your dogs are tired, you're tired. When your dogs don't feel good, you don't feel good. And I'm talking about your feet. I'm not talking about your actual dogs, your little four-legged pets. But I am talking about your feet. When they are down and out and they're bad, it creates all kinds of problems for you. You don't want to walk anywhere. You don't want to, they ache and it just makes you feel tired. And if you've got to get up and move on them, just to start moving again, they just start to bug you bit by bit. And, one thing that we have done over the past year that has been kind of revolutionizing some of the positive effects that people receive in our office. One of the things that we've done over the past year or so is start working with a company called Mojo Feet. And what a cool name, first of all. I just love the name. But Mojo Feet creates our orthotics, and they also provide us with a thing called the Mojo Matrix, which is what we scan people's feet with. And so before I decided to venture into the world of orthotics with Mojo Feet, I decided, let me just start looking at people's feet. I do understand the connection between, if you've got flat feet, which we call overpronating, how it impacts the ankle and the knees and the hips and the mechanics there. And so if you have a knee and ankle and hip or back problems, we really ought to look at your feet, look at the foundation. Because as I always tell people, if I fix your back and your hip problem, but you continue walking on funky feet, as I call it, we're kind of battling an uphill battle, and you're going to have this problem return, and we don't want that. We want the best long-term results we can get for our patients. So we've had a really great success rate, great results with our patients who are using the Mojo Feet orthotics. But what amazed me when I first started thinking about using it is the number of people who, when I said, do me a favor, take your shoes off, just stand there in your bare feet or their socks or whatever, the number of people whose feet were funky, as I call it, right? They were messed up. They were really overpronating and super flat, even young people. And so I observed for a few weeks, just every single patient that came in, I said, let me take, if they had back pain, let me look at your feet. And I just saw so much problem there. I said, I'm going to start providing this product and this service to our patients. But so we do have really great results with those orthotics, and the girls we can get you scanned. The girls know how to scan feet real well out there. They do a great job of it, whether it's Jewel or it's Stephanie or whoever. They can do that for you, and you can see the scans, and we can see how much of an arch drop there is. And if you're going to get those orthotics, if you need them, we just punch a button on the computer. It ships the scan off to the company. A week and a half later, we've got orthotics waiting for you. So it's really kind of a nice little product and service we can provide now. But what I want to also do, and what we also do for any of our patients who have foot problems, is we prescribe something to them. We just prescribe a lacrosse ball. Yes, a lacrosse ball. That's what this is here. If you don't know, if this looks like maybe a racquetball or something like that, there's a big difference. This thing is solid. I'm squeezing as hard as I can right now, and you can see it doesn't deform very much at all. It's a solid ball. It's not hollow on the inside. We prescribe this, and we teach our patients how to use these on their feet. And the way that we typically do it is we tell them you can start by sitting, but you're not going to. If your feet are really tender, you can start just by sitting and putting your foot on top of it and rolling your foot back and forth like that, right? Now, what I also tell the patients is roll the inner part of your foot, roll the middle part of your foot, and roll the outer part of your foot. And I tell them to go from the ball of the foot, the front part of the heel, if you will, all the way. I'm not the ball. Let me back up there. From the front part of the heel to the ball of the foot is basically where we roll. All those muscles in between there. It helps to break up the knots and the adhesions in there. It helps to mobilize a lot of the small bones that are in the foot. And there's so many there's layer upon layers, multiple layers of muscles all throughout the arch of your foot, creating that arch. And a lot of times there's knots and adhesions in there that don't allow the arch to do what it's supposed to do, and that can create foot pain. So when you roll on the ball, it can break up those knots and adhesions. We use this for a lot of areas on the body, the shoulder sometimes, the pectoralis muscles, back, what have you. But on the foot, they can start just by sitting if their feet are real tender. Then if they want, they can just take the other foot and put it on top there and apply a little more pressure if they can tolerate that. And then the best way to do it is to stand up and put as much of your body weight into it as you can without biting a hole in your cheek to keep from screaming. So these are really, really little cheap tools that we provide for our patients here at the office and teach you guys how to use them to better control foot issues. foot. So especially if they have any challenge with flat-footedness and we have prescribed orthotics for them, then we're going to also prescribe a lacrosse ball. And it's really great at helping massage the foot. At the end of the day, I keep one in my living area, and it's probably 2 or 3 times a week where I'm sitting there watching a TV show after I've had dinner, or I've got music playing, or I'm checking out and researching stuff on the computer, and I massage my foot with a lacrosse ball. So if you guys have not used one of these and you're one of our patients, you should ask to use one. And we can, not just on the foot, as I said, we can use it all over the place: shoulder, pectoralis muscles, back, hips and glutes area. Oh yeah, these are really, really good at that. But again, we want to make sure that the foundation of your body, which is your feet, are in good shape. Because if they're not, then guys, that's going to affect the mechanics of the ankles, the knees, and the hips, and the back. And again, trying to get you better from hip or back pain at that point is going to be an uphill battle. And then even if we do get you better, it's not going to be as long lasting, because you're going back out there and you're walking on feet that really need some support, and they're not getting it. And yeah, you can go buy great shoes and they have good arch supports. But the question you have to ask yourself, is that arch support good for my foot, for the problems in my foot? When we make custom fit orthotics, they are designed for your foot. Keep that in mind too. All right, so what's happening here at the clinic? Well, we're in September. We have approximately 3 weeks left of giving away, of getting opportunities to give away the dinner for two on the Colonel paddle wheel boat, the dinner cruise that leaves out of Galveston on Saturday evenings. We are just a short time away from being able to do that drawing. We've got another drawing coming up. We're working on the details on that as we speak for the last quarter of the year, for October, November, December. I promise you it's going to be great. I promise. If what I'm thinking about is going to happen, it's going to be pretty cool. So anyway, and then of course you can always go to the healthsourceescape.com website and register for that 3 days and 2 nights to Scottsdale, Arizona at the Hyatt Regency Resort and Spa. Remember, there's also a $1,000 spending credit at the spa if you win. So it's a cool thing, healthsourceescape.com. Go register for an opportunity to win there. We'll be in the office this afternoon starting at about 2:30. We're going to be doing some training work this morning. Christina and I have a video call to be on at one point, and other various catch-up things that we have to take care of today before we start getting busy this afternoon. If you have somebody that you need to send to us, tell them to give us a shout, 281-852-5600. Remember, if you refer somebody in, you get 10. Count them 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. You get 10 more chances to win the dinner cruise for two. All right, you guys have an amazing week. On this email down below, there is going to, if you're receiving this via email, there's going to be a link to a great healthy recipe of the week. Yeah, how about that? I'm not sure what I'm posting yet today. I'm going to find a good one and send it out to you guys, and make sure you give it a whirl, okay? You guys take care. We'll talk to you soon. If you need anything, call us at the office. We'll be here all day long. Take care. Bye-bye.